Okay. See if that link works.
Oh, it just said we're live. I just got a notification that we're live.
Oh, wow, it's working now.
All right.
We're fucking figuring this shit out.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in a tweet.
Go for
Jesus
it.
Christ,
Go for
no.
it. Invite people to come and watch and chat with us.
Oh, jeez.
We don't have to have the night fail just because a French prostitute bailed on us. And I shouldn't talk shit like that. I love Electra. She's an awesome chick. And she's not a prostitute. She's just a porn actress. We have one viewer, Dizzy.
Is it Jay?
Might be
Or is it
you. No, you shouldn't be a viewer. You shouldn't be a viewer. So I think there might be a viewer.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, if anyone is actually listening to this, please say something in the chat so I can make sure this is working.
He is. He's talking in the chat.
Jay?
Jay. He said Electra was Greek.
Well, she's goddamn French according to me. And my word is gospel.
Gospel.
And this is going to my YouTube, which has 57 subscribers. So there's a chance that people are going to see an alert and actually log into this thing.
Oh, shit. I gotta pause that. Ha! Ha ha ha.
Okay, there we go. So we can't see the chat where we are at the moment. But if you go to the actual,
see the chat?
I mean, we've got it now. It was just we were in the actual Hangout window rather than YouTube.
Can you see the YouTube chat?
We've got it right there.
Yeah, I can see the YouTube.
Okay, I can see it now. So let's get some people in here. Fuck, let's have a good time.
Well, you kind of need to have like more people in order for it to be like a lively chat or whatever. But as long as we're figuring it out, we might as well.
This is a test run.
Let's send a link to Jay. He has all this shit, and see if he can join the chat if he's willing.
Jay, you are more than welcome to join the live stream.
Diz, can you invite people from your end?
Yeah, she's got the live stream link.
Okay.
But yeah, Jay, you're more than welcome to come on. This is a test. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure out how Google Hangouts and YouTube works. So come on and educate us, Jay.
I think that you can post the link to the Hangouts in the chat. So copy text, post in chat.
Yeah, well, fuck the Super Bowl.
Okay, I'll DM you. I'll DM you. He's probably extremely amused that I'm fucking around with technology right now. At all.
Well, I mean, we're all... Oh, Jesus. We're all retards in this realm, so at least the three of us.
Okay.
Hey. What? Did we manage to get Jay?
Not yet, no.
Well, I just DM'd him the link because he said just DM me unless you're a mod on the channel.
Hey, yeah.
You don't actually have to.
Oh, absolutely not.
DM.
That's why I didn't try to do his whole.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm back, niggers.
They could hear you the entire time.
I know, but now I can hear them.
But now you don't need to yell. So you're about to bust my eardrum.
All right, Dizzy, you're still here, right?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Where's Jay at?
I don't know.
Did you send him a live stream link, or do we need to send him one?
Maybe she's working on
I
it.
sent him one.
Okay, well, we'll try sending him one.
Fuck, I don't know how to do that.
I just copied the link that you sent me and sent it to him. So,
All right. Well, how did you send it to him? Just through Twitter or on YouTube?
yeah, I sent it to him on Twitter.
Okay. Well,
Jay, if you're still listening, check your Twitter.
Oh, he said he's starting his computer.
Oh, okay. I was making sure we weren't doing something wrong.
baby, you don't need to yell.
I'm sure he can tell us a lot about how to do this properly.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming so because he does it all the time. But
Well, we talked to Bryden to try to figure this shit out, and he's like, "Oh, well, you just need to open this, go to this, download this, start this recorder, and then do this, and then download." It's like, what the Jesus Christ? Everyone assumes that just because they do this all the time, that everyone else knows how to do this, and I don't. But I know how to do Skype and record Skype, but a lot of people don't know how to do that. So it's kind of a give and take thing.
yeah.
What's the score of the Super Bowl right now?
Sports ball is dumb.
Yeah, I've got $70 on this game. I'm not watching it, but I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, it's because you're an addict.
I like to gamble.
I think Jay might be back on.
Huh?
I think Jay might be back on. We just went from 2 to 3 people watching.
Hey! I'm having fun, dear. Don't judge me.
He said 1 minute, so I don't know how long that's going to take.
Surely not 1
I
minute.
mean, surely not 1 entire minute.
The sound of Illusion Media.
We've got a new commenter.
Yay!
Welcome aboard, Jeb Hulk. I don't know who you are, but I really appreciate you checking out my stream.
We have no idea what we're doing. We're just testing this shit out.
Jeb and Jay are both like super pros at being streamers and
cool. Maybe they can give us a
on
lesson.
people's channels and stuff like that. Super helpful.
Well, this is our first time doing an Illusion Media live stream. We have no idea what we're doing. I just downloaded the software today, so don't judge us too harshly because we are essentially a blind man wandering about in the forest at the moment.
Welcome to Amateur Hour.
Do I hear Jay Fry?
I was talking.
What's going on,
Yeah.
Jay?
Whole lot of not watching the game. I believe the score is 3-1. That's the owner, the manager, and the quarterback of the Patriots are rooting for Trump, and just the owner of the Rams is. So 3-1.
Wait.
Did you see the article about how white the Patriots are, and that's why white supremacists support them?
See, that's nonsense to me.
Please
You care to
extrapolate.
expound upon that, Jay?
That's nonsense to me because Elizabeth Warren proved how white she was, and no one's supporting her.
Well, that's a good point. She's 1/10,044% not white, right?
It's 1,024. But
yeah, 1,024th not white.
Seriously.
Well, that's it, though. It's
African American is more Native American than she is.
yeah, it's not white though. It's not Native American because it fully allows for any sort of South American.
Yeah,
So
of
it's
course,
just-
because the actual Native American tribes in the United States refuse to give up their DNA because they don't want their tribal stuff to be defined by DNA. And I have a cousin who my wife has met who is on the Council of Elders for the Porch Creek tribe in Alabama. So, yeah, that I am way more Native American than fucking Elizabeth Warren is.
Yeah, and regarding that particular cousin of yours, I'll never understand how the hell y'all are related because he looks like a chink. I'll be perfectly honest. He's that Native American. He looks like a chink.
Well, you said he looked like a gay Asian.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. He looks like a gay Asian.
So back in the times where they were relocating nomadic Asians to reservations, a lot of them claimed to be German. So Germans, the Alpine version, not the High Aryan version.
The dark Germans.
Like the dark Germans. Like most of them are dark Germans.
Well,
Yeah, with
like
the
such as
dark
their
hair and the
stepmother.
dark eyes, yeah.
Right, yeah. So a lot of Indians were saying that they were what's the term? It's not the Black Dutch because that's the Dutch, but it's the other ones.
The Black Irish?
No, not the Black Irish. But the Germans have their own German name.
You know the Moors.
Oh, Jesus.
They did so much
No.
fucking... Oh, wait, sorry. Different topic.
Seriously, you're like half German and you're talking shit.
Oh, I guess it is called Black Dutch in English, but it's like Schwarz Deutsch. Schwarz
Yeah,
Deutsch.
that would-
Schwarz just means black.
Yeah.
Jay.
Schwarzendeutsch. It's Black German.
Yep.
Jay, how
Yeah.
you been, my brother?
Yeah, so far so good. It's still early. Still anybody's game. We can see how it turns out.
I was asking
Uh,
how you have been, not how the nigger ball game's going.
Oh, I wasn't watching it. I was watching The Mummy on TV. Like,
You were just begging for updates
Like,
on the
I
big
know,
ball
but-
game just a minute ago.
I like Jay. Back in the
Nope.
day when I was financing Arc Media, me and Jay used to talk from time to time
Yes,
late
I'm
at
quite
night.
Aware.
I
I'm
like
quite
Jay.
aware. I like
Mhm.
Jay too. He's always supported the show.
I like Jay too.
I like Jay. He's okay.
All right, enough of who likes Jay. All right, so to a couple things before I forget about them. You're gonna if you're gonna do this YouTube thing, you need to actually be on YouTube at some point. You're gonna need to click on any like the wife or Diz. You'll click on their name in the chat, so you can make them a moderator, which allows them to moderate the channel, obviously, but they would be able to post links for you. Because as of right now, if I wanted to post a link in your chat, it wouldn't allow it.
All right, how do I make you a moderator?
You would go to the YouTube chat, and on the right side of the chat log, you'll see 3 vertical periods, really. And if you click on that, it'll give you the options of, it's like 5 or 6 options. One of the
participants pop out chat.
The bottom one is moderator. So add them to your moderator, and they'll be able to not only remove people who make nasty comments like, hey, some Jews are all right, or like really hateful comments. So
all right, I just made Diz a moderator. I'll go ahead and make you one if you want.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, make him a moderator. Jay's
all right,
good people.
Y'all are both moderators now.
Mm-hmm. So now hyperlinks can be added. The chat can be.
Oh, you cut out.
Basically ruled over, so that you can remove diswanted things like or flat earthers.
Yeah, if shit starts getting hot.
Hey, there's no need to talk shit about flat earthers. I had one on my show a few weeks ago, and he was a very intelligent guest, and it was a pleasure talking to him.
Yes, but he's like the one sensible flat earther conspiracy theorist that we've ever spoken.
Is he like an ironic flat earther?
Well, he's not actually a flat earther. He's a skeptic of everything. He does not believe anything.
You know who's all flat earthers?
What?
Climatologists.
We have 5 people watching now. Why are people watching this?
I sent my link out, so.
Because we asked them to.
This is literally just us trying to figure out how fucking Hangouts work. So I apologize to any listeners.
Broadcasting our full stupidity on YouTube.
Well, January was a pretty slow month, and now that we're in February, people are starving for something mildly entertaining.
Oh, this will be entertaining because me and my wife are tech retarded when it comes to Google Hangouts.
And Disney even more so.
Oh, well.
I'm totally not tech retarded at all anymore. I figured everything out. I even posted a tweet in binary. So,
yeah,
good thing I got fired from my journalist job because I learned to code.
Well, I found out a few nights ago that Dizzy didn't know what a camshaft was.
Well, we're no longer like technical. We're now getting more toward automotive.
Well, the question was
if you have
something
a
about
cam,
a triangle.
If you have a cam that's shaped like a triangle, how many times would it make the piston rise in one revolution?
Well,
and if you don't say 3 instantly, you are a fucking moron.
Well, yeah, because with a question like that, you don't even have to know anything about automotives. You just have to know basic fucking math and geometry.
Well, all my cams don't. None of my cams have camshafts.
How old is your vehicle?
He's probably making a joke about cameras.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about my rifles that have
okay,
cams.
Well, all I'm saying is for things that rotate, triangles are probably not the best.
Actually, they're pretty damn good. If you look at rotary engines.
Obviously, it's not a sharp triangle; it's a rounded triangle, so that your cam.
Nobody said that.
Your cylinders.
You say
but
triangle.
regardless,
it's also all rhetorical.
Regardless, the question is: if you have a cam with 3 raised points like a triangle, how many times does the cylinder raise in one rotation? And if you don't realize it's 3, fuck, you're retarded.
But is it an isosceles triangle or?
It's a right triangle, bitch.
Doesn't matter, but it doesn't have points. It's actually a thing. They're all rounded. Jeb, who's in the lead?
Oh, we've got
Who is New District Development?
Yeah.
No idea, but they're talking shit about you.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yes, we finally got Diz a microphone for Christmas.
Now, are you on an actual computer or is this just attached to your phone?
No, at the moment I'm on my phone because really I did not need to do Google Hangouts via PC.
But
On my
she
Acer
does
Chromebook.
now have a computer and she does have a mic because we bought her one with funding from APAC.
Thank you.
I
Abe.
remember you were
Hey,
so
the
tech retarded
Patriots are
when we
winning.
first started talking, you couldn't even prove you were a person.
What?
Jeb says the Patriots are winning.
Yeah, but APAC gave us the funding, so we were able to send Dizzy a real microphone.
It was a lovely Christmas
Nice.
present, and I appreciate it. And I'm going to get some headphones so that I can actually continue to hear you while using said microphone. The first time was great once I figured out how to turn it on.
At our co-host.
So, Jay, what have you been up to, man? I was just talking to Bryden earlier. He's the one who managed to tell me enough information to make a live stream work. Y'all still tight?
Oh yeah, we're super tight.
Good
The
to hear.
tightest.
Good to hear.
Like
Super
each
tight.
individually tight, not tight together, but like individually tight. Individually tight.
Hey, I kind of miss fucking talking to you on Discord at 2 a.m. in the ARC Media chat, man.
It got disbanded. Yeah. Right now we've got just a D&D Discord where
Dungeons and Dragons, let's play, bro.
Yeah. We keep it keeps getting put off. It keeps getting put off and put off and put off and put off. But yeah, I'm hoping for just a regular game of Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm pretty sure at some point we're gonna retake Constantinople and purely orc race or some shit.
Dude, if you ever want to do like an epic like live stream Dungeons and Dragons, I am so down, dude. I love D&D. I was a dungeon master when I was 15, dude. I love it.
Well, we were playing 3 or 3.5. Wait, how old are you? We got 2.
I'm 32.
What? Oh, so you were at 3.5 at 15.
Oh my God.
I was a
No. This is sexy. Shut up.
I was a D&D player starting when I was 14, but by the time I was 15 or 16, the people I played with were like, no, you can't be a player. You have to be the dungeon master. I'm like, no, I want to be a player. I want to be a drow rogue and fucking use hide in plain sight and kill people. Like, no, you have to be the dungeon master. And I was like, fuck. So I was the dungeon master for like 10 years.
Drows are gone now.
Wait, did you just say drows are gone?
Drows are gone. Yeah.
What the fuck?
They really streamlined the game for ease of play. And drows are gone. Like you can only be like 7 races now. There's only like 2 dwarf choices, 2 halfling choices. You've got elf or half elf. Your elf choices are regular or highborn. It's very much streamlined. There's only 1 race of man now.
Dude, the only characters I played were a drow rogue or a halfling rogue. That's all I would ever play. And I did love playing a halfling rogue, but drow was Drow was fun because I was supposed to be evil. As a halfling rogue, people would get surprised when I would stab one of my campaign mates and steal his kit in the middle of the night. But when I was a drow, no one was shocked.
I have ridiculously high numbers for this next game we're playing. So Brian asked me to do something to limit my really like I've got 3 numbers above 17. And all my numbers are above 14.
If we were ever gonna do Dungeons and Dragons online, I would have to have you record your dice rolls, and I would have to record my dice rolls because you can't trust numbers that high, dude.
If you're doing a live stream, then you would just put your camera where your dice are rolling.
Oh no, we're doing digital. So there's a sidebar for the rolls. They are actually all recorded.
Oh.
But it's all online based instead of like actually my camera is pointed so high that I have to basically turn my whole computer. It's an all-in-one desktop. So I have to lean the whole camera system forward just to get my whole like upper torso in the picture.
The shockingly
shit, Christian's on.
To the shockingly 6 people who are for some reason listening to this live stream, I'm sorry we're going autistic about Dungeons and Dragons. Last night we did a show where we ended up it was Friday night. We did a show where we ended up arguing about trains for half an hour.
Yeah,
so
actually, we haven't got autistic yet. Oh wait, we just did. I said that.
Oh, we're fucking autistic. We're discussing Dungeons and Dragons and how to verify dice rolls on camera. Yeah, we're pretty autistic here.
Nice to see you, Christian.
I mean,
actually,
autism is great.
I can't believe Christian isn't watching the Super Bowl. That's a joke.
I would hope so. Jeez.
It's not Nigger Ball if the Patriots are playing.
Christian, we'll send you a link to get onto the stream if you want to, just for the record.
Yeah, if you want to jump into the chat, we'll send you a link.
Jay, you can't say the N-word on the YT. You can't say the N-word on the YT.
You can't say the N-word on the monetized YT.
Nigger, I'll say nigger all night long.
As long as you're unmonetized, they really can't do nothing about it.
Well, if we get banned off your channel, I have a channel, so we'll just switch channels.
I have like 3 YouTube channels. This is one of my burners. This is a channel where I post my New Year's resolutions for Jews.
Quit crying, you hit somebody. Number 2. Quit rubbing your hands together. What's that about? Number 3.
I think in the first New Year's video I did, I think number 1 was stop saying fellow white people.
Yeah.
No one says that.
Well, yeah, and that was shit. What was her name?
Oh, fuck.
I actually admitted to having a girl crush on her. She's just so freaking cute, and she had such a sweet voice.
The chick, Jessica Lynn. Yeah, she was on my first video, and she was the one who was like, "Stop saying fellow white people," but she had that damn Canadian accent. Stop saying fellow white people.
Which Canadian accent? Because some are cute and some are Faith Goldie.
It wasn't a hard Canadian accent.
Hey, I'm from Saskatchewan.
yeah, it wasn't anything like that.
It was just the way she said, stop saying that. No one says that. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, that just sounds more Irish than Canadian, dear.
Yeah.
That's how she... anyway, on this YouTube channel, you can find... On this channel, you can find my my New Year's videos. And the first one I did, I had Jessica Lynn, and was it just me and Jess?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last one for 2018 was
It was me
Shield Maiden.
and Shield Maiden and
Peter Teft.
Peter Teft. Yeah.
Good old Petey. Has he stopped giving interviews yet?
Oh, I don't know, but I love Peter Teft, man. He's a good dude.
Hopefully
He's
he's
still pretty active.
Can we get Christian in here, like on the live stream?
Well, you can post. Diz can post the Hangout link to the YT chat now, and he can click from there.
Well, yeah, let's go ahead and do that again.
I don't have. Hang
I'll
on.
get it. I'll get it.
Are you logged into? Hang on. Copy. I accidentally dropped the Hangouts link in a DM room.
Well, clearly it hasn't been too much of an issue. I think everyone's watching. I think everyone's watching Nigger Ball tonight.
Bryden, in a
Well,
fit of
they're also-
dickishness, sent a Hangout link once to 4chan for me because that's what I wanted.
Did
And
anybody
all
come?
of two people. it was highly disappointing.
2 people from 4chan. Very
Yeah,
exciting.
they were both.
Dude,
They weren't happy.
I had a friend in high school named Jeff, and if he got mad at somebody, he would post their phone number to 4chan and say that it was, for some reason, he would say that it was Bill Cosby's phone number, but it was effective. They would have to change their phone number because once Jeff put it on 4chan that this is Bill Cosby's phone number, their phone was shot and they'd have to change numbers. This was back in like 2002, you know, when I was only I have no idea how old, 14 or no 16, I don't know.
I'll go with 16.
Sadly, my friend Jeff killed himself. He was a bit odd. He really liked drugs and apparently didn't like himself or his family, which is probably why he put a gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger.
Well,
This has been my favorite story of the night.
thank you
Well,
for.
If you want to hear a really fun story, once upon a time, I was married and I was fooling around with a woman who was also married, and her husband blew his brains out all over me. That was quite a fun night.
No, I don't want to talk about this stuff anymore. Let's go back to Dungeons and Dragons.
So the humorous part of that is I am playing a gnome.
Why would you play a gnome?
I'm a gnome paladin with a strength of 20.
That is the dumbest fucking character I might have ever heard is a gnome paladin. What are you
Actually,
going to do? A kobold barbarian? What the?
All of my numbers are above 14. I had to do something to placate the DM, which is Bryden.
A fucking gnome? Are you serious?
Yeah, it's gonna be hilarious.
Jesus Christ!
Wait, no, I'm a halfling.
Okay, no, I'm always a halfling. If I can't be a drow, I'm a halfling rogue, and that makes sense. But a gnome, you had me freaked out for a minute there, buddy.
No, I'm a halfling, but the village I'm from was mostly gnomish. I believe there was a. See, this is the problem with backstories. This was invented like 4 months ago, and we still haven't played.
Can we go back to talking about suicide to get away from Dungeons and Dragons?
No. Jesus. Please don't do that.
Hey, just for the record, my story was true.
I mean, technically, so's my story, but it's about orcs and fucking gnomes.
All right, we have 5. We went from 6 to 5 listeners.
Yep, and we got
Yeah,
I'm thinking that what we lost was a suicide.
Oh, we're down to 4 now.
So what are the little characters that you can play in the Dungeons and Dragons? Is it like fairies and
Well, you've got choices
Elves and
from major races. You've got human.
You got niggers, you got spics, you got
No, you
sheen.
don't anymore.
Oh wait,
It's-
sorry,
it's-
never mind.
It's just human. You like the 7 races of man are no longer options. Like you used to be able to pick basically a version that was Asian, which meant you could fly, or like a version that was Africa, which means you could steal and rely. Like you didn't need to eat as much as everybody else because you weren't used to having food. And there was the merchant who was almost always a rogue, and he had a special power where if he cried out as he struck you, he would get a dreidel. And so, there's superpowers basically. The white guy had a really good credit score, so that was always appreciated when you had to rent carts or whatnot.
Well, I heard that one of the classes would lend money to the other classes at interest.
Yeah.
Back in my day, anyway. We've gotten 2 PC now.
Yeah. That was the dreidel flyer. Yeah, I remember that. No, not anymore. There's just the one class of humans, and there's half elf, half orc. Those are your halves, except for the halfling, which is half sized. It's just it's very much streamlined now. A lot more crossover. Like a paladin and a priest have a lot more in common, but also a paladin and a barbarian. It's basically playing a priest barbarian is what a paladin is now.
All right, hey, looks like Jeb has joined the chat. What's up, brother?
Jeb's back. Jeb's back.
Hello. Does this thing work?
Sounds
I
like
mean,
it.
kind of.
Oh, cool.
Oh my gosh.
What's up?
We have now had people join via the link in the chat, and that's exciting. How many levels of new tech have we accomplished today?
right. We're learning slowly but surely.
Well, for the last 6 years of my podcast, it's always been Skype, and I record it using a multi-call recorder. So this is the first time I've tried to use Google Hangouts, which is why I ask all the listeners, bear with me and give me any advice you can.
This is purely a test run. I mean, we're slowly making our way through.
Yeah, I'm starting to do.
Oh God, Space Meme's on.
I'm attempting to do actual videos with commentary. So I've been downloading and then uninstalling because they don't work for me. Different ways of recording web pages, so that I can put them in on a page and basically record while I read something from an article or whatever. And that template, it's over a template which has a screen, and half the trouble is just getting the screen lined up. But I can't even get something to record web pages properly, so I keep going through.
Hey,
But it
Space
happened.
Beam. Space Beam, get in the fucking live stream, you faggot.
He wasn't
I'm
in
already
here when
What
the
fuck?
link. Oh,
I'm here. Hi.
hello.
How is everybody?
Wait, is the frog Space Beam?
No, that's
No, Jared
Okay,
Taylor.
just checking. I was talking to Space Beam. I know you're here, frog guy.
He's muted right now, and Space Beam is talking. He's Jerry Taylor.
Hello,
August
I'm
Jeb.
Jared Taylor from American Renaissance. How's everyone doing tonight?
Holy fuck!
That's a good one.
Just a second ago we hit 7 listeners. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Now you got like six
Very exciting.
because I closed the tab.
While you're here, please subscribe to the channel.
I did.
Did you?
As did I.
Yes.
Well, while
Fantastic.
you're here, please check out Illusion Radio at illusionofsanity.libsyn.com, motherfuckers.
Well, post the link in the chat. I'm sure they all listen to it.
I assume everyone who would be listening to this are probably they probably already have Illusion Radio in their RSS feed.
One would hope.
Your RS feed at the friggin' bureau.
Oh Jesus! 2 FBI agents come and talk to me, and now I'm at the bureau, huh?
I'm just talking shit. Go ahead, dude.
I just said something similar with a post about the Klan. I'm like, there's like 3,000 active members of the Klan. 2,500 of them are FBI agents, and about 300 of them are good old boys who like free barbecue. The other 200 are just lost
Pretty
people.
good, actually.
I'm trying to remember what movie it was where they said, look to your left, look to your right. One of these people is a federal agent.
Okay, cool. So Space Meme is in now.
Unfortunately, if I need to run, let me know.
I mean, something you should have asked before you got on here.
He told me to get on the second I actually joined, that
was
that
actually
counts.
me. I was the one who put in the message in the chat.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Question on the YouTube channel, can we put the new logo? Are we moving to a new logo yet?
That's up to you and the producer. I take myself out of anything that involves artistic shit because I have no artistic mindset or talent.
Yeah, well, I picked the one that I like, and then
yeah, I mean, we need to go ahead and decide on that, and especially if we're gonna like work up a whole channel for Illusion Media, go ahead and get a new logo and all that. Give it a face.
Yeah, I like the one that's in space, and then it's got the stuff around it that looks like
the
spacey stuff. Yeah, that's the one that I like.
That's gonna piss off all my flat Earth brethren.
What, all two of them?
Yes.
Well, it's a photo. It's a photo, which is 2D, so
listen to me,
they can check
listen to me, woman.
It's
This
just a
is
fucking
flat
symbol.
Earth conspiracy motherfucking time. It is real flat Earth hour. How are you doing?
Do you know the way?
You do not know the way.
Did we get a Nigerian?
You do not know the way. I know the way.
BBC means big black sea.
I don't know. I'm just being silly. Go ahead. I just had to have fun.
I posted in my Facebook last week. I made really great ribs, and thankfully my computer decided to correct BBQ to BBC.
Fucking wreck, dude.
BBC ribs.
Yes.
Baba Q CUE.
No, it was the post where I was full of BBQ that didn't really come out right.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Disavowed.
Oh, too late now.
Amren would like to take this opportunity to disavow everything you have said.
Sorry, that shit's dumb. Go ahead.
Speaking of Amren, they put out their invitation to come to Amren. Is anybody going to Amren?
No.
It's $150 tickets.
No, I disavow.
Who disavows? Who disavowed?
I did. Space meme.
Oh.
On a cost benefit analysis, or
No.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that like the charging thing probably keeps some riffraff out. Because
Consider me
I don't
riffraff.
think Antifa is gonna buy a $150 ticket to the Ameren conference.
Where is
I
it?
could be
Virginia
wrong.
can.
Is it Virginia?
Last year it was Tennessee.
They're having it in Tennessee. They have it at the same spot. It's been in the same spot for the last 8 years, and then they had some trouble, and they wanted to say that they couldn't come this year, and so they sued the fuck out of them, and then they won, and so they get to come, and because they were going to charge them $30,000 or some shit for security, but they won their thing, so it's not $30,000 for security because that's discriminatory. You can't be responsible that other people don't like you, and so they're going ahead with it. But like, I don't think I want to go. I mean, I'd like to. I would like to go, but I don't think that I'm willing to risk getting hit in the head with like a bottle of piss or something.
I knew a guy who went, and then he bragged about it on YouTube, and all of his bragging was things that were awful. Like it was very weird.
What do you mean?
Like, well, first off, he bragged that his name tag read his Twitter handle.
So you can put a face with a Twitter handle. That's super smart. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay. Next item up.
How he basically admitted to stalking Nick Fuentes for the entirety of the weekend. And at one point he said that I looked at Nick looked at me, and I knew we could read each other's minds. And I'm like, okay, downgraded from friend to acquaintance now. Continue. But it's just nothing about it. It sounded like something I wanted to be a part of. Plus, you go to ANREM and you got the talks. They post them. So it's just socializing with feds. That's what you get to do in person.
Oh my God, that sounds like so much fun. We finally get to get out of our cubicles and have a barbecue in a park, and nobody wants to come. Just kidding.
Well, hey, just for the record, the FBI agents who came and talked to me were really cool guys. I would have no problem having a beer. Well, the one guy seemed really cool. The short Italian greasy looking guy, he just seemed like a dick. He just stared at me.
Yeah, it's called good cop, bad cop.
Good cop, bad cop thing.
Yeah. But like the one guy, he was like, a 6 foot tall, broad shouldered Aryan kind of guy. And the other one was like a 5'5" Italian greaser looking motherfucker in a leather jacket, and he just sat there and stared at me.
Man, let's
hang on a second. He showed up in a leather jacket.
Yes, that is correct. The Italian one. The tall Aryan looking guy, he was wearing a tight fitted t-shirt that said New Orleans FBI on it.
I was watching a video of this lefty who got a visit from Secret Service and was a cop, a local cop, and a guy wearing sweatpants. And I just got to say that if anybody from the government plans on visiting me at any time,
dress the fuck up.
Please, can you dress professionally in a fucking suit? Thank you. That's all I have to say about that. Because if you don't, I'm not talking to you.
Well, neither of the ones who showed up at my job to interview me were wearing a suit. The tall, well-built guy, as I said, he was wearing a pair of tight-fitted jeans and a pretty well-fitted shirt that said New Orleans FBI. And the other guy was wearing jeans and like a knockoff wannabe silk button down with a leather jacket. And he was like greasy looking. He just stared at me. He just stared and stared.
If you want to come talk to me about anything, I'm gonna need you to look the part. So I'm just gonna. I feel like I'm just gonna say, come back when you look like a Fed. Have a nice day.
That's a good way of looking at it.
I need a tie with at least 2 mustard stains. Get out.
I want to see your Subway free sub card and see if it has holes punched in it.
Subway. We've been arguing about Subway all week. Just because.
Why? What is the Subway meme? What's going on with that?
That stupid Jessit guy, or Jessie it, just Juice it.
I didn't. Did the rope around his neck turn into a sub sandwich?
The reason he was out at 2 a.m. was to get a Subway sandwich. I didn't know they were 24 hours, but sure, Chicago can do that, whatever.
I don't think that's the footlong that he went out for.
But that's the footlong he got, because there's video of him going back into the apartment of his friend where he was staying with the sub sandwich. So the 2 white MAGA guys who jumped him while they were out walking their bleach on Clothesline, were nice enough not to beat him so badly that he dropped his Subway sandwich and it got destroyed.
Subway sandwiches are now indestructible, guys. That's the new selling point.
Okay, wait. Okay, so he left. He went and got a Subway sandwich at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
And he was on his way back to the apartment. He got jumped.
He got mega jumped.
Then mega jumped.
He got jumped by 2 guys in ski masks and MAGA hats, who then put a noose around his neck and poured bleach all over him. But when he got to his apartment, he still had his sandwich.
Never mind.
Okay, but when
that bleach
did he go to the hospital? When did the hospital occur? Is that before or after he went back to his friend's apartment with the sandwich? Did he take the sandwich to the hospital?
No, he ate the sandwich, called the police.
And what? What?
My theory of what happened is he went, got a sandwich while he was waiting for a drug deal to go down. He said something mouthy. He got slapped by the drug dealer because there's 1 freaking bruise. There's an abrasion on his cheek. He then still followed through with the drug transaction. Has to make a police report because he's got a wound on him. And the whole reason he was in Chicago was to film an episode of Empire. So that way, he went back to the apartment, hid the drugs, ate the sandwich, called the police, filed the report, went to the hospital, and that's after calling his agent to go through the scenario.
So he doesn't have to get in trouble with his producer because he was attacked.
Mm-hmm. By the narrative. Who in Chicago? Who in Southside Chicago thinks that Chicago is mega country?
Why
now, this
doesn't
is my
this
issue.
TV show have a makeup artist that can cover up a bruise and an abrasion, but they have people getting shot and have like blood wounds? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a non-issue.
Just for a moment, let me take everyone through this step by step. It's 2 a.m. in Chicago.
The coldest day of
It's negative 40 degrees.
Negative 5.
Yeah, whatever. And there's 2 white guys who just happen to be wandering around with a noose and a gallon of bleach, wearing MAGA hats. And here's the dumbest part. These 2 white nationalists recognize an actor from Empire, which is a show I've never fucking heard of. I don't even know what Empire is. But these 2
evil
racist MAGA guys see this guy and they recognize him as a gay black actor from Empire. And then they just pull that noose that they luckily had in their pocket out and then pour bleach on him and yell, "This is MAGA country in fucking Chicago."
Yes.
Let me know when this sounds too crazy to be real.
That's what
It
they
sounded
always.
crazy. It sounded crazy a long time ago.
They
Like,
always have
all
to
of it.
include something like that, though. There always has to be a "I'm a white supremacist," because that was once shouted by somebody tailing another couple. Or no, it was a woman alone, and a couple was tailing her, and they shouted it from their truck. "I'm a white supremacist. Hey, by the way," or MAGA, or "This is our country, love it or leave it," or some version of something that has to be said that no one in their right mind would say. "This is MAGA country" is a stupid thing to say in Chicago.
Well, that's the thing. If he hadn't gone so fucking far, he might have been believable. If he had just said, "Yeah, it was some guys in ski masks and they roughed me up, and they said Trump's going to put you on the other side of the wall," might be believable.
Not
All he had to
black
say
guy.
was, "I went out for a sandwich and some guys jumped me." That's it. That's all he had to say.
And the ski
at all.
mask part, ski mask, that's believable. It's -5 out.
Yeah, some guys in a ski mask jumped me outside in Chicago.
I
Sorry,
think they
I
were
got
white.
cut on the face.
Yeah.
No, you don't even have to say that. Like, if it was for any, I don't know. I don't know. They were wearing ski masks. I got jumped in Chicago. How many calls have you come for this? Like, how many times have you gotten this exact call today?
This is MAGA country makes as much sense as white people saying "build that wall."
I don't think he got attacked by anybody. I think he walked into a door.
No,
Or
I'm
like
thinking-
a
I'm
tree
thinking drugs.
branch.
He
I
just got off
think-
a plane. It was 2 a.m. He was picking up drugs. You don't have drugs on the plane. He wanted his drugs. He picked them up as soon as he got off the plane, basically.
Okay, I can maybe that.
And he was just mouthy to the wrong drug dealer.
It's still very odd.
Mhm.
Even so.
It's as odd as a bunch of white kids saying "build that wall." Yeah, it's not semantically correct. They would say "build the wall." Build that wall is something a black guy would say, who happens to be an Israelite. Because that's what they came up with. Is a black Hebrew Israelite.
You know, it could have been Alaskans. They would be out.
Yeah, but they'd also be 5 feet tall.
All right. Were they tall? Did he say that they
There's
were
actually
tall?
pictures. There's pictures of 2 guys.
Oh
out
yeah,
there.
those pictures are so definitive, man. They clearly show the perpetrators. Absolutely.
Well, in the ones that I've seen, they were wearing a blackface and Klan hood, so I don't know.
Have you guys seen the picture of Northam wearing the exact same pants in a photo of the guy who was wearing blackface? And they're very distinctive pants. It's not like it's regular blue jeans. Those were some plaid monstrosities he was wearing.
Yeah, I've seen that. And in all honesty, I want you guys to give your opinion. Would it be more harmful if you were wearing blackface in 1984 or if you were wearing a Klan hood in 1984?
I don't see the other them as harmful.
I mean, to the general public, what would be worse?
In 1984? Fucking neither.
Well,
Nobody cared.
Literally,
Nobody
like,
cared.
when did that movie come out with Thomas C. Howell? about getting into like Harvard in blackface? Wasn't that like
What?
86?
You talking about Soul Brother or Soul Man?
Yeah, Soul Man. I'm gonna look it up.
Regardless, tell me right now. Let's say today your high school yearbook came out. Today, would you rather be the guy in blackface or would you rather be the guy in the Klan hood?
I would be neither. That's culturally insensitive, and I would not do that.
Well, of course, none of us would do that. No one on this call would ever be so insensitive, nor would we culturally appropriate. We're all liberals here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would wear the. No, I wouldn't wear either of them. Because I don't fucking want my face black, and also, I don't like things that look like. What's the full body Muslim shit? Niqabs.
Niqabs. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to fucking wear one of those, even if it's white.
86.
Okay,
It was
that's the year I
1986
was
when it came
born.
out.
Do you have a point?
That's when Soul Man came out. That was 2 years after a Halloween outfit from some guy's. Holy shit, that hair is just so fucking racist. It's a Jerry curl.
What, you're saying a white man who darkens his skin and has a Jerry curl is racist?
Well, it's not sexist, but we're going with something upsetting.
I can't even keep track of who I'm talking to anymore.
I'm the only dude
Are
on the
you-
call besides you.
Are you
It's
drunk?
The three of you.
Well, what the fuck happened to Space Meme?
He left.
He was on here earlier.
No, he wasn't. What are you talking about? No, he.
Oh my god, Jay.
I swear to God, Space Meme was here earlier.
Yes, he was, and he
He
left.
was. Are you drunk right now? Are you?
No, I was just checking because I was thinking that Space Meme might still be here. But clearly, it's just me, Dizzy, and Jay.
Yes, you can see all the people
Yes.
who are in the chat right there.
I'm learning. There's a learning curve here.
Okay. Well,
Can we manage to get 2 digits, like 10 people, to watch this ridiculous stream of us being retarded?
no, probably not. It's our first one.
It's Super Bowl Sunday. Everyone's put out the link already. Have you posted the link, Doc?
No, I
posted the
haven't
link.
posted the link.
I've posted the link several times and tagged you both.
Yeah, I've got those.
Yeah.
If
So-
Mistress posted the link, we might be able to get those other 5 to get us to double digits.
Is this the stream version of follower watching? Like I have 2,000 followers. I have 10 viewers. I don't know.
I usually have about 10 viewers on my streams.
Well, if I had said well beforehand that I was going to live stream for the first time ever, I could have gotten a lot of viewers, but I thought that I did all this work to get Google Hangouts because I was going to have a French porn actress on for a podcast.
Jay would enjoy that, I feel like.
I feel like I would enjoy that too.
Jay, you know Electra, right?
No, I don't.
What?
I don't know all
his
the porn
actress
actresses.
is a different porn actress.
Yeah, I have a different porn actress. Thanks, buddy. Totally different.
Electra
She's
is
a
a
freaking Lincoln.
hardcore French white nationalist who also happens to be a porn actress.
No, actually, my porn actress and I are fighting right now.
Oh, you're fighting with your porn actress?
Yep.
Please do tell.
Oh, she's a big old freak, and she loves everybody, and she's upset with Trump over the trans ban.
Oh. Here's my opinion. There's like 13,800 according to Advocate.
That's more than there are, period.
I know. Anyway, so that's how many there are in the military.
600 minutes. Sorry, I was just singing a gay song from Rent.
That's my favorite song from that. Fuck off.
Let's let them have their own platoon. And they can be the vanguard for everything. And we can just put them on the front lines first. I mean, they want to serve their country? Great. Let's go serve the country.
We are 2 listeners away from hitting double digits. 2 listeners away. Oh, damn it, we lost one.
Charlie Company, or also known as Cannon Fodder Company.
Cannon Fodder Company. Outsider retweeted the link, so it hit a bunch of people. Love that guy.
All right, ladies and or gentlemen, listen up. The enemy is in mass coming to your location, and they don't know your pronouns. Attack!
I think it's a great solution to the problem.
Okay,
nobody gets.
How about this issue that we now have typhus spreading in Los Angeles? I think someone once came up with a solution for that.
Well,
pesticide?
we had an Indian in Washington, D.C., and I'm pretty sure like 150 years ago we had a solution for that too.
I'm almost certain that typhus is spread by lice. So I think if we shaved everyone's head, took away their clothes, and then put them into chambers and sprayed them with Zyklon B, I think that would solve our typhus problem.
Well, if you have to shave the heads, then it's definitely not. It's not the lesbians spreading it. So, who could it possibly be?
It could be members of a certain tribe, or, you know, the people bringing typhus into LA are not the same people who were bringing typhus into Munich in 1934. But I think the same solution would work the same way. What do you think, Dis?
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But where is it? Where is the typhus outbreak?
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
No. I think in this situation we do nothing.
Yeah. Fleas, mites, chiggers, lice, or ticks transmit typhus.
Yeah. Okay. So in this case, we ban travel to and from LA, and we just let nature take its course. Boom.
Sounds good to me, but that's not very humanitarian, Dizzy. Have you no soul?
I'm like a naturist. I think, is that the nudity? I'm not the nudist.
I think you're an eco-fascist like myself, Dizzy.
Oh, okay. Well, so in that case, yeah, all I'm saying is let nature take its course.
Nature
and do that.
Finds a way.
If typhus wants to take out the illegal problem in LA, I say we let Mother Nature do her thing.
Well, it's not just illegals. There's no vaccine for typhus.
Okay. Well, that's
it's
okay.
everybody that gets affected.
Yeah. Well, we're overpopulated. It's fine.
We're not overpopulated.
Yeah, we are.
California's overpopulated.
No, the
Yeah, that's what
Earth
I'm
is
saying.
overpopulated.
No.
The human population of Earth should be controlled to below 1 billion, in my opinion.
No, 3 billion.
What are we following? Freaking stone structures in Arkansas? Is that how we're getting those numbers?
I don't know.
I think 1 billion is a good number. You realize that Japan recently has left the multinational agreement to not hunt whales. Like they just did that last week? That's fucked up. We need way less people. Way less people. Jay, what do you think here?
I don't see a problem with having a bunch of people.
You're a faggot, Jay.
What?
Jay likes people.
You know, super gay for those people. I don't. I don't buy almost any of the overpopulation stuff because it's all aimed at white people. No one's running around China saying have less Chinese. You know,
yeah,
everyone.
I am though.
Okay, you are, but you're a nudist fascist from economy settings. So, what's that say about you?
I just think that if there's a disease outbreak in a place where people are like, bring everybody here. Okay, well then you get their diseases too. This is part of it. Sorry. These are the consequences.
I agree.
Of your actions.
I'm not saying no, but I'm not a fan of this be less people. And oh, by the way, we're only picking the whites to be the less people. Everything about our ensemble of literature and pamphlets is about white people not having babies. When we make up less than 10% of the globe, there's more Chinese outside of China than there is Americans in the entire world.
He's downstairs. Okay, well, I
don't buy into the propaganda.
So what is your argument?
Make love, not war.
Especially you fuck, Jay?
To me. Ladies.
What are you doing later, Jay?
Myself, most likely.
You want to fuck?
Nope, I'm good. I've got the whole wrist.
You said make love.
I also said ladies afterwards.
This is his wrist. Oh my god. I got the old wrist. Wrap your wrist around it.
I hurt my hand the other day. Heavy lifting.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm sure that heavy lifting had nothing to do with you making love to yourself.
No, I was I cooked BBC in the oven for 3.5 hours the other day.
Okay, you have got to tell us what you call BBC now.
Dude, I already told this story. It was a throwback to a comment from earlier.
All right, sorry.
I made barbecue, but my freaking autocorrect changed it to something I've never said in my. Oh no, actually I do. I talk about the BBC all the time, but it's the channel, not the Afro Peanuts.
He was eating big black cock.
I was not. I was eating barbecue ribs.
You were eating big black cock.
That tweet was about being full of BBQ, and that did not work out well for me.
Well, I spent about 5 hours today watching the BBC. I was rewatching the first.
Good God, why?
I was rewatching the first season of Torchwood. I love that show, and I love.
Oh God, yes. Oh, Torchwood's one of the best.
I love that show. I hate that it fucking died after 2 seasons.
Being somebody who works in emergency services, I hate that show But being a big Doctor Who fan, I love that show.
Well, I'll be honest. I just want to fuck Captain Jack Harkness.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can
none
see
of that.
No. Let him finish. No, it's there's no one attractive on that show. But
Hey, I met him, by the way.
John Barrowman's awesome.
Yeah, I met him.
Captain Jack is fucking gorgeous.
Where'd you meet him at?
I met him at what's the nerd conference that you can go to?
There are so many. Some Comic-Con?
Yeah, that. I went to that.
Like a Texas Comic-Con or?
Yeah.
Where at?
Yeah. In what do you mean where at?
Was it like Dallas, Austin, Houston? There's like 3. I think there's 3. There might be a 4th one.
It was Dallas.
My buddy Steven, who's also a Texan, he goes to the Houston one. And he's almost as big a gay as Doc is. But he loves Sean Barrowman. And they always hit it off when they talk.
Oh, that's cool.
All accounts, he's a really good guy.
So when I was there, a guy proposed to his girlfriend in front of John Barrowman. I don't know why. I don't know what they got out of it.
John would have liked that.
It's not like he agreed to marry them or anything. But yeah, that happened. It was cute. Yeah.
John likes to take pictures, like fan pictures, when it's a couple, like all on the dude's girlfriend, while the dude is like at least a couple feet away looking miserable. And he thinks it's hilarious, and I think it's hilarious too.
We did pictures with him as well, and he is very quick, and he will do a different pose with like everybody. So there was like somebody that he put their arm around, and then the next girl, he just like, that dance move where you tilt the girl down, and like one of her legs comes up in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that, and then I don't know. It's very interesting to watch. But yeah, he's a cool guy. Flaming homosexual.
Is he gay?
So gay.
I mean, he felt that way, but he was soft.
Gay. You felt gay.
Hey, yeah, he was gentle though, so it was nice.
A boyfriend or a husband or something.
Wow, that makes his character more believable.
Yeah.
I was also a big fan of James Marsters. He's one of my favorite narrators from a book series, and he played Spike on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And he was the villain / ex-lover in one of the episodes of Torchwood. And I was just like, yay, Spike's on TV again.
He talked about kissing him on the at the Comic-Con. I forget the story, but he kept making excuses to redo the scene. That's what he was talking about.
He's a lot older than he looks. Not John Barrowman. I don't know John Barrowman's age, but James Marsters is he's like 54. And he's gonna be older than that. But he was in like his late 30s on the set of Buffy when everybody else was early 20s.
Oh yeah. Oh, the story that he was telling was James Marsters' wife likes to be present if he's doing any sort of smoochy scenes.
Any sort of smoochy scenes?
Any sort of smoochy scenes. So, I don't know. Some weird story about that bullshit. I don't know. I'm sorry I don't have a more... It's very entertaining when he tells the story. Mostly because he's there and he's an entertainer. So, not my story. Anyway.
I admitted to eating barbecue. I admitted to tweeting about BBC.
I think you can split hairs if you want to, but it's already been posted on Twitter.
Yeah, well, we'll fix that in editing. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Fucking thanks, Biz. Appreciate that. Hey, aren't you Spectre still? Is that still a thing?
Am I Spectre?
Aren't you still Spectre? That was my original reference when you couldn't prove you were you.
I am the sock account for Spectre and the sock account for Doc.
Which is funny because I was literally on a show with Spectre when this stuff was going down.
Well, just for the
only
record,
thing that's funny.
Just for the record, me and Dizzy are the same person. I am really good at voices. I can sound like a girl from Texas easily.
Well, Dizzy needs to work on that because she doesn't sound like she's a girl from Texas.
Wow. What do you mean?
You don't sound like a Texan.
What does that mean?
I don't know how much plainer that can be. You don't sound like a Texan.
Just out of curiosity, do I sound like a Texan?
You sound more like an Alabaman.
That's funny.
Well, I am from Alabama, and Mistress is from Texas, as is Dizzy.
Yes.
Oh, I know
Dizzy and
Dizzy's
are
from
both
Texas. I literally asked her which part of Texas was the Comic-Con. I'm just saying she doesn't sound like the person you track down and yell at in boot camp, like freaking Full Metal Jacket about quoting steers and queers at him. She just doesn't sound like
Full Metal Jacket. That is the best love story ever.
Between a man and his gun, I agree.
I know it is.
Well, just out of curiosity, do I sound like I'm from Alabama? And does Mistress sound like she's from Texas?
He just said that I sound like I'm from Alabama.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's clearly your accent interpretation is bad.
Where do I sound like I'm from?
California.
Midwest.
Michigan. Detroit.
Midwest. I was right.
You sound like you're from Detroit, Michigan to me.
You sound like you're
Detroit,
from.
I have to think of freaking what's his name, Anthony's co-host.
Dave Landau.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of when I think Detroit, and he does not sound like Dave Landau.
Dave Landau has a unique accent, but yeah, Jay Fry absolutely sounds like he's Midwest.
So okay, if I don't sound like I'm from Texas, where do I sound like I'm from?
Midwest.
I lived in Cincinnati for like 2.5 years.
That explains it. Called it. No,
But I
don't have the drawl.
Okay.
And like everyone here in Tennessee has a drawl, and it's a southern drawl, but there's a twang to it. And Texas just doesn't have the twang, but it has the southern drawl.
God damn it. I will keep this stream going all fucking night if I do not get double digits.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, you won't.
We're at 6. We need 4 more. If we don't hit 10, I will keep this shit going
we will
for
cut
eternity.
This at midnight. We will cut this at midnight.
I will be going before 10. I've got an engagement to get to.
Well, get us 4 more goddamn viewers.
Is it your wrist date?
Oh, Jesus.
No. That comes much later. I haven't even ordered the candles yet. Another stream I watch is going to be on after the Super Bowl. And then we talk about things I want to hear.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Like what? Like what? What is your engagement again?
I'm watching somebody else's stream at that time.
Whose stream?
Beauty and the Beta. They're a podcast on YouTube. You 8 people watching should totally check that out.
All right.
Way to stop the
You talked
family
about
from
it
watching
before.
the Super Bowl. Any opinions?
What about the Super Bowl?
Someone in the chat asks, "What's the best way to stop the family from watching the Super Bowl?"
You don't
go out. You arrange to go out and to have an outing in public, like at the zoo or like the maybe the aquarium or maybe a museum, but somewhere that has no TVs, and you go and you don't give them an option.
I don't see the point in it.
What?
Stopping people from watching the Super Bowl.
Well, I just want to jump in here and say I forgot that the Super Bowl was even happening today. And when I was reminded, I put $70 on the Patriots, 2.5 points. And I'm not watching it. I have no interest in watching it. At least where I live, if I wanted to do something to not watch the Super Bowl, I would grab some steaks, and me and my wife would go out to my barn, and we would light up the grill, and we would cook some steaks and some baked potatoes. That's how I would not watch the Super Bowl.
I don't see a point in not watching the Super Bowl. I don't make an effort to watch the Super Bowl, but I don't see why you would take your family. If anything, I would just watch the commercials and counteract them as they show up. You ever notice how it's always the black man with the white girl? That's it's never the white guy with the black girl.
Yeah, oh, gee, I've never noticed that.
I'd point that out to family members if that was what I catered to do. And because they're my family members, they know I'm not racist. I'm racist.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Did Jay just say he's not racist?
I'm not more racist than any other person. I just don't pretend that certain racial things affect me in a way that's not true. Actually, I've been making fun of a buddy for like the last 3 days because he got put on suspension for the N-word, and he's a colored feller.
Have you ever noticed, or do you realize it at the time when you say something that is gonna have a shit ton of backlash or land you in deep shit? I had it a month or so ago when I said that babies are annoying as fuck. And then I had it 3 days ago when I said that male genital mutilation is a bigger issue than female genital mutilation. Do you ever realize it as you say it that you're about to get a fuck ton of backlash?
I don't ever get a fuck ton of backlash. But I also don't think that male genital mutilation is nearly at the same level as female genital mutilation. Well, no, I take that back. I think male mutilation is at a higher level, but no one is cutting foreskins off in back alleys or anything like that. It's mine was handled by a doctor.
Well, I'm circumcised.
I'm assuming yours was handled by a doctor.
Yes, but a study found that roughly 230 infants per year die just in the U.S. from circumcision complications, and that's not as big of a deal as female genital mutilation.
We suffer a lack of sensitivity to a small extent, less than 50%, because of a prolonged exposure to the nerve clusters at the tip of the dick. They're removing the clitoris for zero enjoyment purposes. I think that is a much larger deal.
Well, they don't always. That's not always the type that they're doing. So you'd have to like discuss with the person who has had it whether it was that specific type, because there's the one that's just the labia. There's one that's both sets of the labia, and then there's one that's the entire fucking outer part of the vagina entirely. So just to be factual, sometimes the most common is not the ectomy of the clitoris.
I'm fine for removing the beef curtains. I don't like the roasties anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think that just let's not do any
there's no point of it in this day and age that any mutilation is absurd.
Yeah, there's no reason.
Well, it's just like someone on Twitter, shockingly Jewish, was arguing with
Did they give me it's a back alley with the glass, a piece of glass is what they use?
Well, they were arguing with me today saying, oh, well, are you not aware that circumcised people have a 10% lower rate of STIs and penile cancer? And I was like, well, maybe you should teach your kids to wash their dick. Like, oh, well, that's not it at all. No, that is it. That is it, you fucking moron. But maybe I shouldn't have put my toe into this particular pond, because it has aroused a swarm of shockingly Jewish people who have been fighting me for like 3 days now.
So, we're having a conversation about dicks and it has aroused something?
Gay?
Nope. I was about to say something, but I'm not gonna do it. I've already had enough trouble. Go ahead, Dizzy.
Well, I just was talking about arousal, because we're talking about penises, and you said arousal, and I think that that's funny. I like.
Yes, that is funny. Penis, arousal, etc. All right, we have 6 fucking viewers.
Etc.
Yes, I said etc. I want to get our viewership up to 10.
Yeah. We just
or
need
I will do
4
this
people,
all goddamn night.
No, you won't.
That's it went to 7.
I can't do it all. I can't do it all night. I just can't. I can't do it all
Well,
night.
I can, and clearly, any man that you're with needs some counseling.
I'm hungry.
think about
Eventually, I'm gonna have to eat. Baseball.
Hey, Dizzy. How about you, Dizzy? How about you head to my house and grab some Taco Bell on your way here? How about that?
I am not doing that.
Come on, it's only a 2-hour drive.
I have to go to work tomorrow, and
I have
definitely
to be at work in the morning too.
Oh,
I don't.
Okay. What the? Yeah, that's because you work like 6 hours a week.
I work 13 hours a day. Those several couple days I work. Protecting the free world. Thank you very much.
Well, goddamn it! I just want to see my viewer count hit 10. We're at 5. At one point, it hit 8. Well, send this shit to whoever you can. Get me 10 viewers, and I will call it a night.
Well, if you get 10 viewers to come in, and then you just go, "Okay, thanks," and hang up the phone, then
I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying that I'm not going to give up until I get 10 viewers. I will not give up.
Well, I talked to somebody earlier who was getting off of Twitter because the Super Bowl was starting, and she didn't want any information on anything relating to the Super Bowl. So there's a pretty good chance that you're not going to get your 10 because people either ignoring Twitter because of the Super Bowl or in spite of the Super Bowl. Was a weird day to pick to launch your "We're live on Twitter" campaign.
It's a test. It's a test run because I've never used Google Hangouts before.
Well, you're not the viewer count of your test run where we're working out the bugs and just happen to have a conversation going on because we set aside some time for a video
Point
hooker.
being, to him, he's absolutely get 10 freaking viewers. Gonna get 10 freaking viewers, or else he's gonna stay up and be late for work.
Did you put it on your Twitters?
I didn't put it on my Twitter because my phone is in the living room and currently acting as my modem. So I have no access to my phone or my Twitter.
And I currently don't care enough because it's a test run, not an actual chat.
You've had 22 viewers through here. You've had your 10 viewers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right now, I have 7 viewers. I want to hit 10 at one time.
You've had 22 hits. 22 people have watched your stream. Just not consecutively.
And I'll be happy when right now we have 7. Get me 3 more viewers. Dizzy, tweet this shit out.
She already did.
I've been tweeting it. I'm just gonna drop it in all the rooms that I'm in, and you'll just have to calm down. And let's see if this works. Maybe they'll just do it.
I am calm.
Serious.
I'm not freaking out. I'm not calm. I'm just saying that I want to see double digits before I end this call.
How many beers in are you?
I've been drinking since 6 a.m.
So very drunk.
I am never very drunk.
Yes, you are.
Negative.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. So, Jay, while I have you on the line, I just want to say that you never tag me in your streams anymore.
Oh yeah, you changed names.
Yeah, but you know it now.
Yeah, that's true. But you changed names. I do have to include you.
Yeah.
I also have to include my buddy Don, who keeps getting booted every couple of weeks. Jeb's also not on the list anymore because he's lost his name like 3 times. But he also changes his name, so he gets excluded.
He figures it out though, doesn't he?
Well, he eventually gets there.
Well, that's good.
Here we go. Here's my attempt.
Is this your attempt?
The hell's your screen name again?
Mine? At Sable Sun Diz. I think from now on, I'm just going to use synonyms for the word black.
Mondays is my favorite. Well, actually, Alabama Wood Chimes is my favorite, but I also like Mondays because nobody likes Mondays.
Is that at somebody's at?
No, it's
Did y'all ever hear about the black guy was found at the bottom of the river And the sheriff said, that dumb nigger tried to steal a bunch of chains from the hardware store and swim across the river. What a dumb nigger.
No. Is that a true story or a joke?
That's a joke.
That's a really bad joke.
All right. Well, how do you babysit a nigger child?
I do not know.
You put Velcro on the ceiling and tell them to jump on the bed. How do you get them down? You invite the Spicks over and tell them it's a piñata party.
I just like to point out those 2 bumps in viewers is from me.
Oh, thank you. Gee.
Nobody's laughing at my jokes. You know what FUBU stands for? Fuck, give me something here.
I can't laugh at a joke that's not funny to me.
I can, but I'm just not saying it.
All right.
You can, but you're not.
Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was an 18-wheeler going through Alabama, and it got pulled over. And the state troopers opened up the vehicle.
All right, enough of this. This is a terrible version of that joke. You did it so bad.
All right, you tell it, motherfucker.
Holy shit. So there's a trucker on the road, and he's driving down, and he very recently converted to Christianity, and he loves everybody. And as he's driving down the road, he sees a kid walking down the road with a limp. As he gets closer, he stops. He's going to help him out. Pulls his truck up, sees the little black child. He says, son, I'm going to town. If you're headed to town, you can hop in the back of my truck, and I'll give you a ride. And he said, thank you kindly, mister. He hops in the back of the truck. Driving down the road, about another mile down the road, he's very happy with his feelings of helping somebody. He sees another kid. It's another black child. He happens to have a bike with a broken chain on it. And he stops. He says, are you heading to town? I'm headed to town. I'll give you a ride if you need one. And he says, thank you kindly, mister. And he hops in the back of the car, back of the truck after putting his bike in. And he's about another half mile on the road. He ends up getting stopped by the police. And police pull up, and he pulls the guy out of the car. He says, what are you hauling? And he says, bowling balls. What are you doing? And he says, I'm stopping people and investigating what they're carrying. Do you mind stepping out of your car? He says, yep. And get out, and they go to the back of the car, and he opens the door, and he says, shit. And he calls for backup and pulls his gun and hides behind the back of his car. And the dispatcher says, what seems to be the problem? He says, I got a guy here hauling nigger eggs. One's hatched, and another's already stolen a bike.
Dude, my version would have been a lot shorter.
And it would have missed the point. The only other one you could have gone with was the one where trucker's driving down the road, sees a black fella on the side of the road.
Oh, boy.
Hits him with the car. He's down the road. Driving.
Damn, I almost hit that nigger. It's cool. I got him with the door.
Yes, that is so much funnier than my version, which ends with the punchline.
Okay. Who, I assume everyone.
We just lost 2 people. Thanks. We almost had 9. We're down to 7 because you ruined punchlines.
Who here knows the nigger joke from Boondock Saints? I hope everyone.
Oh my god.
I don't remember the joke from Boondock Saints. I remember the jokes from that one with Ashton Kutcher where he's dating a black chick.
Dizzy, tell the Boon.
What? I can't.
I don't remember the nigger
How
joke.
am I gonna...
All right.
I don't tell jokes. I'm just funny.
Okay,
no,
so
you're a woman. Stop it.
So, couple guys are walking down the beach, and they find a lamp and they rub it, as these jokes go. A genie pops
It's a joke.
out.
It's a joke, mind you, not real. It's a joke.
A genie pops out, and he
Guys,
says,
to explain, genies are not real. This is still a joke. Continue.
A genie pops out, and he says, there was a fuck. I fucked the joke up. God damn it, Jay! You know this joke. You can tell.
No, I don't know this joke. I know the more PC ones, which I personally find them funny. It's where they're supposed to be racist, but they're not. Like, what do you call one black guy chased by 99 white guys? The PGA Tour. That was popular when Tiger Woods was winning. 100 black guys buried up to their necks in dirt. We call that AfroTurf.
Well, this particular joke, the genie comes out of the lamp and says, "I'll give you all one wish." Now it's a white guy, it's a spick, and it's a nigger. And the spick says, "My wish is that all of my people could be happy, free, and wealthy back in Mexico."
I remember this joke now.
Yeah. And then the nigger says, "I wish all my people could be happy, free, and wealthy back in Africa." Boom. Nigger disappears. And then the genie looks to the white guy and he says, "Well, what do you want?" And the white guy says, "You're telling me all the niggers are back in Africa and all the spicks are back in Mexico?" And Genie's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, I have a Coke then." And I'm going to go take a piss after that one since it was way too drawn out and I fucked the joke up.
Yeah, you did it decently. Wasn't that bad.
It wasn't as bad as the other one.
I mean, I was giving gold, so it's hard to follow up with that shit joke. It's understandable.
Okay, well, why don't you tell a joke then?
What's the difference between a Jew and a pizza?
Is this a rule and some joke?
It's a joke. It's not reality. It's a joke here. What's the difference between a Jew and a pizza? About $7. Just kidding. Pizzas don't scream when you put them in the oven. Pizzas come out of the oven in one piece.
There's lots of differences between Jews and pizza.
Yeah. Hitler, towards the end of the war, was having a hard time finding Jews. So he came up with this test. He walked into a merchant shop and he said, "Yes, I would like to buy a left-handed teacup." And the merchant would say, "We don't have left-handed teacups." He's, "Thank you kindly." And they would move on to the next store. The guy would go in and say, "I'm looking for a left-handed teacup." And the merchant would say, we don't sell left-handed teacups." And the inspector would then leave the store until he would go to another shop and he would ask for a left-handed teacup. And he said, "You're in luck. We have one left on sale. I'll get it right for you." And he was arrested for being a Jew because there's no hands on a teacup.
So
you just kind of trailed off at the end.
So a rabbi and a Catholic priest are walking down the street and they see a 6-year-old boy. And the rabbi says, "Hey, you want to fuck him?" No, the Catholic priest says, "You want to fuck him?" And the rabbi says, "Out of what?"
I wrote this joke when I was 12 or 13. So this is my own personal joke. And it's a white guy, an Indian, and a Polak, because Polak jokes were hilarious when I was a child. And they were defining their manhood by the task they could do. And the Indian says, I have a test. You close your eyes, you pull a leaf from the ground, you rub it on your penis, and if you can tell what kind of tree it came from, that's the sign you're a man. So the Indian grabbed a leaf off the ground after closing his eyes and rubbed it on his penis. He says, this is from a maple tree. And sure enough, everybody recognized it as a maple leaf. The white guy goes, I could do that. Closes his eye, reaches on the ground, tries to finds a leaf, picks it up, and he says, oh, well, this is also a maple leaf. After rubbing it on his penis, and of course it was also a maple leaf. And the Pollock goes, I could do this, that's not a problem. Closes his eyes, gets on his hands and knees, reaches around, finds a leaf, picks it up, pulls his penis out, rubs it on the tip. He says, oh, damn it. This is poison ivy.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Hey, I was 12.
All right, I'm going to tell you guys my longest joke.
No.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to tell.
Don't go with the funniest joke. Go with the longest joke.
It's
so
both
in the past.
It's probably the funniest and the longest. So, the CIA had a job opening, and 3 applicants showed up. One had a girlfriend, one was engaged, and one was married. So they brought the first applicant in. They put a gun in his hand and said, kill your girlfriend so we know that you'll do anything for the U.S. government. And the guy was like, no, I can't do that. I love her. No. And then they brought the second guy in, the one who was engaged. And they're like, shoot your fiance to prove that your loyalty is to the U.S. government. And he was like, no, man. No, I can't. I love her. I can't do that. They brought the third guy in, and they put him in a room and said, kill your wife. And then they heard blam, blam, blam. And then they heard glass shattering and a woman screaming. So they ran in and they said, what the fuck is going on? He said, that gun you gave me was loaded with blanks, so I had to strangle that bitch.
Oh my God.
Sounds like only Dizzy got that joke.
Oh, no, I got it.
And I'm just sitting over here quite calmly.
There's versions of that joke that that go around.
Actually,
So,
I think that might have been in 7.
what?
I think that might have been from 7. That's where I heard that joke.
That could be the case, but
I've read that particular joke in Reader's Digest when I was 7 years old. That's where I got the joke. So like 1991 or 92.
1993.
Maybe not.
All right. Well.
Oh, I know a joke from 7. Why was 6 afraid of 7?
Because 7, 8, 8. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. God damn it. 7, 8, 9.
Nice. That was a rough one you got there. I got half an hour left before Beauty and the Beta.
you're horrible at jokes.
All right,
788.
Dizzy, you have to tell a joke now. We've all told one.
Welcome to Illusion Testing. Where
No,
14% of the
not gonna
time
tell a
on
joke.
88% of the jokes.
First of all, I don't know any jokes.
Doc.
I don't even know. What?
Said Doc. Boom.
But I don't know any jokes. Sorry.
I told a really funny joke once that was just not appropriately timed. It was actually very mean.
Was it funnier because of that, or less funny because of that?
We could ask Doc.
I'm listening.
You don't remember the joke? You
Was
posted
something that
it was really insensitive. I found it hilarious because it didn't happen to me. You posted about how your grandfather recently passed and he was a lifelong Republican.
Yeah.
And then I responded with now he's voting Democrat.
Oh yeah, because dead people vote Democrat. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That was hilarious.
It was. It just you needed more time between them.
Well, comedy is tragedy plus time, right?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Jay said that to me the other day, and that is incorrect because what I said was hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's always hilarious after you recently break up and somebody mocks you for it. Which is how I got that hand injury in the first place, and I'm now up to wrists.
Do you want to explain that?
The hand injury? No, there's no hand injury. I was just kidding about the wrist thing.
I don't think that's true.
How do you masturbate with a wrist?
All right, who's trying to make
That's
it
what
sound
my
like they're
question was.
masturbating right now? Someone is going.
I was packing cigarettes.
All right, fuck. It sounded like someone was like, masturbating.
Nope, I did a long stroke.
So, has anyone else watched Bohemian Rhapsody, by the way?
No.
No.
Great movie. What did you think, dear?
I thought it was an overall good portrayal.
Well, they're up in arms because it didn't properly portray Freddie Mercury as this pansexual gay ass. And instead it was a documentary on the whole fucking crew.
And my whole point about that was that how the fuck do they even know who he was? How do they know how gay he was?
Well, I'm assuming his bandmates knew.
Yeah, but all these fucking faggots who are up in arms about the movie, how did they know?
Because they read somebody's accounting of it.
Yeah, that's what I was telling her after we watched the movie. When we left, I said, are you aware that the LGBTQIA plus community is mad about this movie because they straight washed Freddie Mercury? And she was like, what? How? They did not portray him as straight. And I was like, well, I guarantee you it happened.
Yeah, well, the thing was, he was obsessed with that chick. What's her name?
Yeah, but they portrayed that pretty well in the movie as well.
His obsession with
Mary. Her name was Mary.
Yes,
yeah.
Because even after he sat down with her and had the talk or whatever about how he was gay, they still stayed very close. Even when she ended up getting with another guy and getting pregnant and whatnot, they still were incredibly close.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a ridiculous concept of a movie anyway, because Freddie Mercury is clearly not gay.
Dizzy, I had hoped you were joking when you said that in the chat.
Yeah, I'm joking, but everybody gets all like up in arms about Freddie Mercury's sexual whatever. He was so private about it, whatever the case is that people just assumed that he was. People just assumed that he was because he was a little flamboyant and also died of AIDS. Like that's the extent of his outness of homosexuality. Like, flamboyant on stage.
I've never done a full research on Freddie Mercury, but if the movie is to be believed, he also majored in fashion design when he was in college.
Well, I know for a fact that when I see a lead singer running around in a sequined onesie, I never think he's gay. I mean, you know.
Well, look at Elvis.
I don't think that anybody in Motley Crue is gay. I don't think that anybody in any other hair band, Kiss, nobody in Kiss was gay. I mean, that's a poor of
and
that
those
era.
fuckers
That's
wore like 6-inch heels.
I know. I mean, just a stage presence or a stage persona in that era being what it is a poor basis
Metric,
on which to judge somebody's. Yeah, it just is. It's a bad metric. Now, the fact that he died of AIDS is probably the biggest indicator, but also that isn't an entirely accurate indicator. Also, they did a lot of drugs, so maybe he fucked everything. I don't know. I don't think it was a core tenet of his personality. And he made a fuck ton of good music, and people focusing on whether or not he was gay is kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't go and focus on whether, like, Michelangelo was gay, but he probably was. Like, any of the classic artists, I don't know for a fact all of them are gay, but I think a lot of them were, and sculptors as well.
I think I get what you're saying, Diz, in that it doesn't fucking matter whether they were gay or straight or what the fuck ever, because they made a huge contribution to the arts in whatever way they did. With Freddie Mercury, he made some amazing fucking music, but it's also it is pretty damn obvious that he was gay, but that doesn't fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
He certainly didn't contribute. Hang on.
Are you in fucking downtown Chicago?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yes, she muted herself. She's in Dallas, which isn't much better.
MAGA country.
Oh yeah, downtown Chicago is damn sure MAGA country.
South side of Chicago, known for their MAGA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. He didn't contribute in any meaningful way to spreading like pride or.
And that's the issue they're having now, is because he didn't contribute. They want him to contribute in his afterlife, but what they're saying is that what they were showing like a heavy female relationship, but the men that were pursuing Freddie Mercury were sleazy.
Well, that was his primary relationship. Like, what do you want? That was his life. So his primary relationship was a heterosexual relationship, whether it was like a sexual or a platonic relationship, or it shifted gears several times throughout his life. I mean, what do you want? The guy lived a life. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. I just don't see any benefit of like focusing on that. He certainly didn't focus on it. He didn't make it anybody else's business. And if there have to be like gay people, then they should be like that.
And he wore oftentimes on stage a wife beater, not a husband beater.
That's true.
But
that's true.
The movie was pretty good, and we went to a theater, and I swear to God, this theater has not been renovated or taken care of since the 70s. But I wanted to see Bohemian Rhapsody on the big screen, so we had to find an old-ass theater. So I think it was a good thing. What do you think, dear?
I already said what I thought.
I like drive-ins so I can smoke.
There's no fucking drive-ins down here. I would love it if we could have just fucking went to a drive-in.
That's so weird. There's drive-ins in Michigan.
Have you Googled it to make sure? Yes. Because I wouldn't think that there's a drive-thru around here, but there is.
There is not a single drive-in theater in the state of Louisiana.
Oh wow.
Let's see, Tennessee. And I live on a mountain, mind you. There is 133 miles away, 134 miles away, and 193 miles away.
Well, you drive your ass on down the mountain and come to North Louisiana and see if you can find a drive-in. Regardless, I am going to have to eat my own words, and with only 5 listeners, end this live stream.
It was a fucking test.
Yes, it was a test, and we figured out that we can do it. So sometime maybe we'll do a live stream that's planned in advance, and we'll get a bunch of viewers. But it was nice talking to you all, but it's time for us to go to bed because I have to get up for work at 4 a.m.
Jay, thank you so much for assisting us with figuring this shit out. And Bryden probably won't listen to this, but thank you also for helping Doc and Mistress figure this out.
Do you guys have any other questions about live streaming before we go?
Dizzy might have some, but regardless, I have got to get the fuck out, get something to eat, and go to bed. So
Okay.
I'm out. I love you both.
Bye.
You too, big guy.